This is the eHealth Radio Network, your source for health advice on demand. And now your host, Eric Michaels.
This is Eric Michaels, and once again, you have tuned into the eHealth Radio Network and the Weight Management Channel. Make sure you connect with us on Facebook to receive the latest programming for your convenience simply at eHealth Radio. Today, we are speaking with Dr. Zach LeBoux, the author of HCG 2.0, a modern adaptation of the traditional HCG diet, and founder of Inside Out Wellness and Weight Loss in St. Louis, Missouri. Dr. Zach, welcome to eHealth Radio.
Thanks for having me, Eric.
And the pleasure is certainly ours as well. Thanks for joining us. So, for starters, and for those of us who know nothing about the HCG diet, can you describe that for us briefly?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, the diet was originally developed back in the 1940s and wasn't first published until 1954 by an Italian doctor. And he did a lot of, it's actually a pretty interesting story. He did a lot of humanitarian work in third world countries. And he was really astonished by the fact that these very malnourished women could still give birth to healthy, full-weight babies. So he began kind of researching this phenomenon and found that this hormone HCG was responsible. So typically as a species, the body wants to retain calories in the form of fat for, like a defense mechanism against like long winters or famine, conditions that rarely exist today, but were very, relevant, during the course of our evolution. So however, when a woman gets pregnant, that physiology gets flipped upside down because the fetus needs a 24/7 calorie supply. So the mother starts to produce this hormone HCG, and that kind of rallies the brain to start metabolizing these stored fats that we tend to put away in, our thighs or hips and all the places that we don't want them. And those would be the calories that would actually feed the baby. Now, he theorized that if you supplement that hormone, and even just very low doses, and dropped, your caloric intake down, that you could essentially do the same thing and literally sustain yourself on your own stored fat. And it's actually it's quite accurate. The physiology and the theories behind his principles, behind his original diet are still very relative. But what I did is I just kind of, customized and modernized the actual diet protocol itself. Does that make sense?
And that certainly does make sense. Thanks for explaining that.